Hello, we are the team behind ARA Edit, a modern mobile text editor developed for our mobile application design and development mini project. The name ARA Edit comes from the names of our three team members, Dinara, Gihara, and Milara. We took the ending of our names to create ARA and added Edit because our application is designed as a mobile text editor. ARA Edit is designed for developers and technical writers to support features such as Kotlin and Markdown syntax highlighting, file creation and management, search and replace, word wrapping, undo and redo, cache recovery, and incremental version control. One of the main features that makes our application different from a basic text editor is our Delta-based version control system, which allows users to create versions, compare changes, and restore previous versions without unnecessarily storing the entire file repeatedly. In this video, we will demonstrate the main features of ARA Edit and explain the contributions made by each member of our team.
Hi, I'm Milara. My main contribution to ARA Edit was developing the editor core, navigation, and user interface. I worked on the home screen with features such as creating, opening, saving, and managing recent files. I also implemented the file lifecycle, including save as and file type selection, along with word wrap and session level undo and redo. In addition, I developed the search and replace functionality with match highlighting and navigation, as well as the read-only lock feature. Overall, my part focuses on making the editor easy to navigate, manage files, and edit text efficiently.
I am Gihara, and my part of ARA Edit was syntax highlighting and file type support. I built the Kotlin highlighter, which uses a keyword file together with a tokenizer to color keywords, function calls, strings, comments, and annotations differently. I also built the Markdown highlighter covering headings, bold, italic, list, inline code, links, and block codes. Both are wired into the editor through Composer's visual transformation, so highlighting updates live as you type before the file is even saved. I also handled multi-file type support, so users can save their work as Kotlin, Markdown, HTML, CSS, or plain text files.
I am Dinara. My main contribution to ARA Edit was persistence, crash recovery, and Delta-based version control. I worked on the room database to store file and version information. I also implemented automatic crash recovery, which temporarily saves the active file every 10 seconds and restores it if the app closes unexpectedly. I developed the Delta Manager, which stores only the changes between versions instead of duplicating the entire file. I also worked on the version history, including version comparison and rollback. Finally, I used Database Inspector to demonstrate how our room database stores the file and version data. The home screen has two ways to start, new file or open file, and any files we have worked on before appear here under recent files. Creating a new file asks what type it is upfront, Kotlin, Markdown, HTML, CSS, or plain text. So the editor knows how to highlight it from the very first keystroke. I select Kotlin, the editor opens, empty file, and the cursor is already active. As I type keywords like fun, well, highlight in bold blue, and the strings in orange and comments in green, all live before I have saved anything. Then tap save, confirm the name and file type. You can search the words. Search highlights every match live as I type the query, and I can replace one instant or all of them at once. Then locking a file read-only prevents accidental edits. So because I changed the name in this file, I am saving it again. Every save can be named as a checkpoint in the version history. Then selecting two versions shows a structured difference. Added lines in green, removed lines in red, change lines shown side by side. Restoring brings back the exact earlier state and it doesn't erase anything newer. The full history is still there afterward. Go back to home, create a new file. I select Markdown type. Markdown gets the same live highlighting treatment, headlines, bold, italic, and list, all styled distinctly as I type. Go back to home, create a new file, and I select plain text. I type one long paragraph of continuous text, no line breaks that exceeds the screen width. With word wrap on, long lines wrap to fit the screen. And when I off the word wrap, line runs past the screen edge and I can scroll sideways to read the rest. Useful for reading code without forced line breaks. Undo and redo work word by word, not character by character. So undoing doesn't mean deleting one letter at a time. Same version control system applies to every file type, not just Kotlin. Now, without saving, I'll force close the app entirely to stimulate a crash. On relaunch, it detects the uninterrupted session and offers to restore exactly what I was typing from an automatic cache taken every 10 seconds in the background. So, while tapping restore, I can show the unsaved text back. Navigating back to home, every file we have worked on is listed here. Typing a name reopens it directly. Files can also be removed from this list without deleting the actual file from the device. That covers ARA edit end to end, file creation and management, live Kotlin and Markdown syntax highlighting, search and replace, read only locking, crash recovery, and a full Delta based version control system with compare and rollback.
Finally, thank you for listening to our demonstration.